I think we're live. Hi, and welcome to another The Woodshop stream. I'm Danny, he, him, and this is my woodshop. Thank you so much for joining me on another Tuesday, on a very rainy and stormy Cincinnati Tuesday here. There are a couple, there's actually still a storm moving through. It kind of missed, oops. We're good. Touched the keyboard, but I don't think anything happened. Hopefully it's still running. Yeah, there's some big storms moving through Ohio today, so luckily we were mostly missed. But that's not important right now because, excuse me, I still have power and I'm ready to get streaming. So today we will be cutting out a Red Bellied Woodpecker. Oops. I mean, you can see the picture right next to it, but this is in honor of some woodpeckers that come by my feeders outside. Not to brag, but I have a couple feeders and a lot of birds, so it rules. The woodpeckers are among my favorites. They will grab onto the bottom of the feeder and just sort of hang there and eat at the seed and get their little fill and then fly off. So it's not a dead bird. It's just the end goal is going to have it as a little bit of hanger there, so I could put it on some flower planters inside my house. So that's the plan. I carved one bird off stream a while ago, and it was just a fun little thing. So yeah, we give another little try. So we're gonna start off on the scroll saw, and then from there we'll move to the hand carving portion. So about all I got. Cool. All right, due to just the design, I'm not gonna be able to take much off with the saw. We're gonna have to do a lot by hand, which is fine. So yeah, I'm only gonna be able to kind of cut the silhouettes here, a little bit of work on the tail, and free it from the rest of the block. But yeah, we will do that, this, and then the other thing. So I'll go ahead and mute myself now and get the music running. And thank you so much for joining me. Putting on all the required safety equipment, eyes, ears, and mouth protection. So, it's always good to cover your own bases. Hello, David. Thanks for joining me. Yep, it's basswood. It's pretty great. So, yeah. That right there was a quick little test to see the center of balance, which, you know, woodpeckers will hang like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty chill. So, I'll say it's good enough to keep going. We'll remove some of that weight towards the front, but it was honestly a guess. It was really a guess to where that center point was going to be, but you know, come on, brother. We have just a little bit more to cut out, kind of through here. Issue with the design is I got no good way to cut out anything more than this. The rest of it's just going to have to be by hand. So, I mean, there are worse things to deal with. All right. I think that's acceptable for hanging. About right there. It's cool. Also kind of sit on the ground like that too. But onward and upward, as I always like to say. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull up some reference for it. Should have done this beforehand, but you know, I'm a prepared person. Come on, Google. Cool. I mean, you can just go ahead and Google it yourself, Red Bellied Woodpecker, and see what I'm going for here. Yeah. Cool. Got what I need. Cool beans. Well, you know, I think that's just about it for the scroll saw portion. Got a little bit of a face. I don't know how I'm gonna do the legs. Deal with that when we have to, I suppose. So I'm gonna go do a quick little setup, switch out, and move everything over to my other desk, which I actually got a surprise waiting at my other desk. So if you don't mind me, quick little bit of setup, we'll get everything transferred over. I hope all my Cincinnati and Ohio friends fared well today. I know there's a lot of chance for severe weather. There's still kind of some big storms moving through. But from what I understand, there's no tornadoes in Ohio, which is good. All right, just a heads up, I'm going to be moving the camera. And look at that. There's a surprise. That is my Helldivers piece as it stands. It still hasn't been glued yet, but you can see kind of some of the details here. It's tough to aim. You get the Helldiver. I really brightened up the white for that. You can see kind of all the little bugs. Scavengers, I think they're called. A dead charger. Some hunters on the left. Bile Titan, or a Bile Spewer on the right. And a big old Bile Titan up top. So, very happy with how that one has come out. Still need a glue, still some very minor tweaks to go, but I'm putting work into it. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on with that one specifically. All right, cool. So do one last little bit of adjustment here. I apologize for the wonkiest of angles. All right. Trying to find a good spot for my hands and subsequent carving. So let me get one last little look at the Helldiver piece. See exactly how good the camera is. But sorry if that whole thing was difficult to watch. So there you have it. Helldive's Helldiving. There's a new update that went out today, apparently, to mixed reviews. So yeah, keep an eye out on the social. I will eventually finish this. So, oh yeah, David, since you're here, here's what I was talking about. So I keep going back and forth on this spot specifically. I kind of want to make it red like the rest of the other rocks, because this black is a little bit too eye-catching. But I know you talked about doing something like black over there, but I still kind of like it being a landscape as a whole. So I don't know if you have any opinions on what I should do. That's still the last major holdup on this piece. Because, like, yeah, it'd be cool if all the landscape looked red, but that's a little too eye-catching, but I like the depth. The other idea was just saw that off completely, so it's just like empty space behind, but I don't know, that may make it even more unbalanced. I don't know. Chat, if you got any ideas, please let me know. So, yeah, that's one of the last major holdups, but there's some other little detail stuff, but real glad I went and redid the whites. So, the little super destroyers are in there by friction alone. Yeah, because I don't know what to do with that spot either, because they're just sort of set in there. All right, I want to have the mic on for some of this, but I'm going to start off with a couple power tools, so I'm going to take it off. Just make those pieces darker shade of red. I could. Like, do you mean the spot that was black or the spot on the other side that was red? Like just going with a real dark red right there. Is what you're saying? Thinking? Yeah. I don't know. I'll decide by the weekend. I want to start gluing it this weekend. Anywho. Yeah. That's fair. I'll consider it. But right now, let's focus on this guy. Oh, okay, yeah. And that might work. We'll just make that make it look like a cave. I might mess with that. It's a good idea. But right now, let's get back to the bird. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself right now. I'm gonna be throwing around a couple power tools, which are annoying to listen to. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I think I got the delay after that. So, quick change of plans. I'm gonna try to do some stunts with my scroll saw. You know? I haven't, so we'll find out if it's a good idea or not, but I have an idea. I really want to take off just a uniform amount from one side without going too deep. So the idea is line it up with the saw. If I could just kind of rotate it up and over, getting most of the way to. The only thing I worry about is maybe hitting it with the arm, but we'll see. You know, feel like I've been doing this long enough. I'm allowed to try a stunt or two. So, let's do a quick little figure it out. How much we should actually take off. Just because long-term viewers will know, I'm actually pretty lazy when it comes to doing things the proper way. So we'll see if I can just really lop off a lot. Because I spoiled myself with the last bird I did, which I did mostly with the scroll saw. As soon as I'm thinking, my God, I haven't carved anything in a while. Well, yeah, let's see what happens. So I'm kind of, I'll start this by saying I'm kind of a professional, so don't do this at home. But let's try a quick, let's do the scroll saw equivalent to a wheelie here. Alright, well, usual rules apply. If I break it and ruin it, then it's a short stream. So, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself again. y'all know what? That kind of worked. That was cool. Pretty straight lines, mostly. Save that little lump. Cool, so yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna get to go, because I start to hit this clip up top. But, you know, got that pretty dang far. Just gonna do a balance check here. Not bad. All right. Well then, I guess from here, we'll start doing the rest of it. Oh, wait, one of them. All right, well, I'm sorry about all the position changes, but I'm gonna move the camera once more. Cool. So, kind of the top edge of the scroll saw too. What are you talking about? Doing it that way? I feel like it'd be tough to get any more angles out of it. Because the reason I was able to do that is because it's still nice and flat on this side. I was able to do a nice smooth kind of rolling motion without much wiggle side to side. I don't know how I can get another blade in there. So what I would assume would be the smart option would be to use a knife. I kind of want to try Dremel just to see what's going to happen. This part's nice and straightforward. Oops, the big piece.
Oops, I caught the cord. Sorry about that. Oops. That was way too much. So I wonder if so a lot of this is me really just kind of learning as we go, figuring out how wood works. So I'm just kind of working this guy down. That's why I wear a glove. It's a little crooked, but you know, mostly in one piece. So we're gonna count that as a win. Where'd my little glove buddy go? All right, folks. I am actually going to do one more bit with the scroll saw. I just want to cut a little notch in there. Essentially, the wings are gonna come around to a point out there somewhere. And yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give myself and then use the sander for a little bit because I love cheating at these projects. Alright, I feel like I made a pretty valiant go at it with the chisels. I definitely chiseled it. I think it's a part of the night where it's cheating time. So that's where my good friend Palm Sander is going to come in. I do really dig the whole general cut and sort of geometrical thing it produces when each individual cut, so I might kind of go back and cut it up a little bit after I sand it. But I'm ready to keep going. Ready to wrap this one up. All right, folks. You know what? I think we're gonna call it here. I'm covered in sawdust. We got a piece of wood that's very closely resembles a bird. So yeah, we lost a lot of those really kind of nice angled cuts when I went over it all with the sander, but you know, it's pretty nice. All said and done. I could have rounded it out a little bit more, but you know, it's learning. I might still play with them more later, but right now I'm done. But here's the important question, the dangle check. Okay. Can't really see from your angle, but he's still kind of dangling pretty far forward. But, you know, what are you gonna do? So, it'll still slide pretty nicely on bookend or something. So, cool. I think we're done. So thank you so much for checking out what I do, coming out, hanging out. David, appreciate the comments, as always. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna do a stream next week. I'm going out, doing a little trip out on Monday to go see the eclipse. And then Tuesday, there is new content for Destiny 2. So I think between the two of them, the couple days I have to prep are gonna be booked. So we'll see. Probably the following week I'll be back. But yeah, thank you so much for checking me out, checking out what I do. Appreciate you, David. Yeah, thank you all so much for checking out what I do. You can check me out at Creek Dog Woodworks on Etsy and Instagram, Cincy Viking on Instagram. Yeah, if you want your own commission, you want a bird made out of wood, challenge me to make a bird, let me know. Creek Dog Woodworks on Etsy is probably the best way right now. So, yeah. You know, for my first woodpecker ever, kind of proud of that. I'll probably do more carving in the future. I enjoyed this one. So, all right, that's it. I'll talk to you all later, folks. Oh yeah, big thanks to Arbitrary Heroes, folks, for giving me a home on their channel. Can't forget that. All right, I'll saw you later, folks. Bye.